all of kind of the nuts and bolts of a physician network. So I'm going to turn over this first part to Jim, and he is going to introduce what this HFMA value project is in the surveys that they have been working on across the country with their member organizations. It's very useful information and very applicable to probably some of the things you're dealing with today. So Jim, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, thanks, Matt. Yeah, the HFMA's Value Project is an initiative we've been pursuing since 2010 when we launched the first phase. And this slide just really kind of gives you some of the big overarching points of what the project is about. In a nutshell, it's really helping our members and their organizations successfully transition from a volume-based to a more value-based healthcare payment and care delivery system. At the top of the slide, you'll notice we're now in the midst of an 18-month phase of the project that's looking at 4 closely related topics, one of which is physician strategies, which we'll be talking about today. So Matt, if you want to go to the next slide. So just giving you a little bit of backup, so when we started in 2010, our first phase of the project was really focused on just getting our arms around the basic concept of value in healthcare, the notion of quality in relation to payment, and looking at that value equation through the perspective of the purchaser. So in those phases of the project, we defined what we saw as the current state of value, as well as likely future directions towards a more value-based payment system, and then some of the major capabilities that we thought the providers were going to have to cultivate to really be able to engage in value-based payment initiatives. In the second phase of the project, we did a lot of work with purchasers and payers, so both commercial insurers, government insurers, and then some large employer representative groups to get a better sense of their expectations and how they were going to be using payments to really reshape care delivery, and then also how our member organizations